Welcome back. This video is going to take you through the prisms and pyramids part of the notes of the 11.1 notes. So this chapter is mostly going to be about geometric solids. So geometric solid is any solid that's formed by polygons that's enclosing a region of space. You could think of it as like a box, and just they're going to have like creative shapes. So, and the flat polygons that you see, they're called faces. And we're not going to be using some of this vocabulary a ton, but I will highlight the vocabulary we use quite a bit. So a prism, the first special geometric solid we're going to take a look at, has two parallel faces that are called bases. I will use this term quite a bit. So, and any of the non-parallel faces are called the lateral or side faces. And prisms are named by the shape of the bases. Now, to really quickly comment on lateral faces and why I put it on the notes, even though we're not going to talk about it a lot, due to distance learning, we're not going to do as much with surface area. And you can look in your book if you want to take a look at surface area. We would be using lateral faces more if we talked about surface area more. But we're mostly going to focus on volume, so bases are going to become important. So now, prisms are named by the shape of the bases. And remember, the bases are congruent. So here we have a box, a prism, where there are two congruent bases here, one up here, one down here. Each of those have 6 sides, so it is called a hexagonal prism. And you can see it labels the two bases. And you can always shift a prism so that the parallel bases are one's on the bottom, one's on top. The picture won't always look like that, but you can always do that. In this one, it says it's a rectangular prism, so there should be two congruent parallel sides. And those faces, those sides, are the bases. And then this one, here's one triangle congruent to another triangle, and they're parallel. This is a triangular prism. So don't forget, the bases will be parallel, and the prism is named based on the bases. There is another kind of special shape that does not have two bases, but only one. And you may know these from childhood, thinking about Egypt and all that. That's called pyramids. Pyramids have one base, and then the sides, those lateral faces, all come up to one point, or a vertex. So, take note, the lateral faces are always going to be triangles, which is kind of a neat little thing. And pyramids are also named by the shape of their base. So here, this base has 4 sides, and 2 of those sides are parallel. And if you remember from a prior chapter, that meant it was a trapezoid. So that's a trapezoidal pyramid. Notice up here it comes up to a vertex. Down here, here's a triangular base, and the sides are coming up to a point, the vertex. So it is a triangular prism. And then down here you have a square base, and take note, all the sides are being labeled as congruent, and all of the angles are right angles. So that is a square, and then it's coming up to a point. I believe, though I could be wrong, all of the pyramids that you know from Egypt, the Great Pyramid at Giza, are square pyramids.